I've never done this before. I guess I'm getting mellow in my old age. I've been trying to have a podcast, and we keep thinking about subjects and whatnot. And I keep telling Jeff that I think it'd be better if we could be seen instead of heard. It's almost like people used to say that to small children. We want to see you, but we don't want to hear you anyway. I was watching this program tonight on homelessness in jails and mental illness, and really, we haven't come that far. Ever since Reagan was in the 80s, they turned them out on the streets and they closed a lot of these hospitals down. And I am of the opinion that this is wrong. The money that we've spent on these fighters in our defense and in lots of programs could pay for help for a lot of these people that are not out there on their own accord. They're sick. And, for a while there, I was taking, I like to take pictures a lot, and I was taking pictures of homeless people on the street, but one of my family members got mad at me and said, quit posting that. And it wasn't that I was trying to make fun of them. I was trying to show how bad it was in New York. Have you seen all the people sleeping on the sidewalk in the winter? That's an awful way to live. They're not choosing to be out there, freezing to death. I know some of you saw my films when I first started that Lee TV thing, and I was interviewing some homeless people. And some of it was funny because they were dopers and they were having a big time, but some of it was rather sad. I remember this one guy on Roosevelt Island, and this one lady, Michelle, who threw herself in front of a train, and both her legs were cut off. If you live in New York, you know who I'm talking about. In fact, I saw her about a year ago down on 4th. She's still panhandling, but she's sick. They don't need to be out on the street freezing to death. This is wrong. We should have more compassion about in the way that our taxes are spent, but I don't think it's a liberal conservative thing. It's just a humanistic thing. I don't want to see somebody that's mentally ill and don't want to be out there freezing to death on the frickin' street, or on the street pushing buggies, as you see, to collect all their belongings in buggies, and it's 9 degrees and they're freezing to death. This isn't right. I mean, it just isn't. I guess there's so much to be said, and I know it's a complex thing in the way taxes are spent, but we need to do better than this. I don't know. I just saw that show. I'm almost in shock. I guess I've walked past those people so many times, you just get immune to it. I used to give them money, but then I just stopped because, there's so many people out of New York, even all the way up to Times Square. I lived in Queens, and I saw a lot of it, especially when I was coming out on 4th Street in the morning, 2 or 3 o'clock. Everybody was sleeping on the trains and drunk and whatever, but a lot of them, they didn't have anywhere to go, and they'd ride the F because it'd go from Coney Island all the way to Jamaica, past where I was living, which is probably an hour and 10 minutes of heat. Get back on, go back down there, and do that all night. That's no way to live. And I know some people play the system, and I know some people maybe choose to do that, but a lot of people they were portraying on the TV tonight did not want that. These people are sick, and they deserve better care. I was watching this one lady talk about her brother, and they said every time he came out of jail, he just came back in pieces. And the longer it went, the worse he got. And, if you start early in intervention, apparently it would help. But like I've said, this is the United States. We should do better than this.